Chico, so mandla. Jesus.
This is gonna be huge.
So you've been in a friends with benefits. I know I have been.
Yeah, I have.
You have been.
Yeah, I have.
Ne?
Right.
You don't know if they are speaking to God at that time or they're speaking to you.
To you, I feel. Oh, there are lots.
Yeah, but
it's going down.
where are we
Hey,
gonna run
it's
to?
going down.
Where are we
It's important to say.
Very much so.
In this generation,
much
you
so.
have to be very specific.
Yeah, so we know.
Oh, I'm not ready for a relationship. You know all those things. But then I figured he wasn't ready for a relationship with me.
You.
Thank you for watching our video. This show is sponsored by DreamStream. DreamStream is a unique platform where creators can monetize their video content. All creators rely on support from people like you. Join us on the DreamStream platform to support your favorite creator and view the episode without any adverts. Follow the link in the description for a how-to guide. DreamStream, a place where you can create yourself.
Sanbanani, Dumelana, Psheni, hello. Hey, beautiful people. Nakalibizo ke Ditshwanelo Mosia, ngwanyana wa Mosotho. And we are back again, as we will be back again and again and again and again. So, people, today I have my chippy of the cheapest, ne? My good friend. We actually met at work at Massive Metro. And we hit it off, and we've been close ever since. And I think Nalena, we somehow communicate about anything and everything. I do believe we communicate about anything and everything.
Everything. There are no limits whatsoever.
Yeah, and she has been in Zim for the past 40 days and 40 nights. Because Mugelo One, she woke up and she's like, I'm going to Zim. And it's only now that I'm seeing her after how many months now?
I don't know, 7?
7, ne?
7 or 8, somewhere there.
But in 7 months pregnancy is a bonahala. La bono re like ke khaleyang. Ke khaleyang. But before I introduce, I want to say welcome, my babes.
Thank you.
Obviously, the podcast you already know. She is the scope. So obviously, you are the scope, and we are gonna learn from you today.
Okay.
And obviously, any conversation that we have, it always either stems from your own knowledge or stems from experience.
Okay.
In a way.
Yeah.
So welcome, my love.
Thank
Just
you.
be cool. Yeah, Monster must
sponsor you
must
even.
sponsor at some point,
It must. I mean, come on.
because I didn't know, I knew I needed energy today, but I didn't but we can't scrape off branding. So it is what it is, Monster. This is free sponsorship. It's all good. It's all love. I don't hate you. I love you. For you to be on my podcast, it shows that
loyal
love is
customer.
there. Yeah. So welcome, my babes. I want you to be very comfortable because June, July, do we just sit up front? Do we now speak only English? Bruv, if you want to go to Shona, switch it up. You'll just tell me what it means
I don't
after.
understand me.
I
have to explain.
You'll translate
Got you.
after. But be yourself and be as
Okay.
honest as possible because I'm going to be
Okay.
as honest as possible.
That's all right.
Alrighty.
Let's go for it.
But I want you to introduce yourself. I don't want, yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Okay.
Yeah, I want you to introduce yourself in your own words, who you are. Because your Instagram actually changed.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even active anymore. So
Well, you'll get back into it.
I should.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
just introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Florentina Murapa. I am originally from Zimbabwe. I came to South Africa, I think 2009. That's
Yeah.
when I did my high school and everything. I'm a media person. I'm a public relations administrator. I'm a events coordinator. I also do decor. I just started my decor business.
Hello.
So yeah, that's pretty much about me. I'm 29 and not yet married, but in a relationship, a very serious one.
This is the first time I'm hearing of
What do
this.
you mean? What do you mean?
Have you told me about this relationship? Or is
Tell
the
me you
relationship
know.
I know?
Yes.
We shall touch on it after the show. We shall touch on it after the show. But hey, now, girl is not single. Girl is taken, very much so, exclusively so. So I went to DM, slide in the DMs. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But first things first, congratulations on everything that you're doing.
Thank you, babe.
I take it that the businesses are based in Zim.
Yeah, they are. That's where I'm based. Oh, yeah, I moved back home now, so that's where I'm.
So you come to
fully
visit
based.
us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just come to visit.
But can you do business this side as well? If somebody was to say, hey, listen, I want your services, because obviously your own eye is different from any other person's eye. So if deco-wise, I'm like looking at you like, this one has a different eye. I want to use her services. They can still...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
They can still
You can just fly over.
It's just like an hour away.
And you know what's nice is that now, if ever you come and you decorate my apartment per se, right? I will then say, I imported this. Like this services are not from South Africa. They are from abroad, yeah? Is Africa still abroad? Anytime it's outside of South Africa, it's abroad. Please don't stress me. It's abroad. So, baby, we're going to speak about it. It's not sensitive, but it's common.
Okay.
It's a common relationship thing,
all
right? Which is friends with benefits. I don't know if now, obviously, we are old. So back in our times, it was friends with benefits.
Sure.
I can say my 2K have their own different slang towards it.
Okay.
Maybe for them it's casualness, maybe it's whatever. I don't know. But we're going to speak about friends. A relationship status that is a friend with benefits. From what I understand, is that a friend with benefit is someone that is your friend, that you regard as your buddy. But then you guys, like then there, you guys steal yourselves to do other stuff, right? So they are there to service the car when it needs servicing.
Yeah, true.
But they're also there in a friendly way, where you can still chill and not do anything, and still relate, and you guys are still close, but there are the extramural activities.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've been in a friends with benefits. I know I have been.
Yeah, I have.
You have been.
Yeah,
So let me touch on, do you want to hear my own first, my own experiences before we jump to you?
We can do that. That's cool.
So, Tito, so mandla. Jesus.
This is going to be huge.
So, I think the benefit came before the friendship with my own.
Okay.
So we started with the benefit, and then obviously I think for me, because I've always been a relationship type of person, I regarded the only thing after the benefit is we are dating. But the guy was not about that life. So in a way, I would say that he friend-zoned me, because we started then becoming just friends. But then we'll service each other when time comes, right? So it was not easy, because for me, I'm a relationship person. My feelings are already there. I don't know what no strings attached means. Like me, I come with the strings that are attached everywhere.
You're already ready for a relationship.
Yeah, so I liked the guy. He saw me as a friend, I take it. And the relationship was just not healthy for me, because I felt like my emotions are there, and he's able to not put as much emotions on that. So I had to part ways and be like, let me do what's best for me, because if we are not going to graduate from this relationship and become in a relationship, then I don't want to be a friend with benefit anymore, you know. And I think my previous boss, Mama T, always used to say, when the milk is free, why buy the cow? Something like that. So I understood that, okay, because now we already know each other naked, we already have done certain things, I don't think he would then step into, oh dear, I like you, let's date. So he just kept it at that. Do you get what I mean? So for me, I won't say I had a very nice experience. No, it was not nice for me. It was tormenting. Like if you're like me, ne? And your emotions are everything, and you give like 110%. If you're a friend with benefits, that's already a girlfriend. It's very bad. Because on the other party, you are a friend with benefits, but whether you are a girlfriend in your mind, because whatever that you're doing, it's more girlfriendy than you saying it's more friendy. Do you get? So please let us know or tell us, gist us on your own experience.
Okay, so with my experience, I didn't even know that it was supposed to go like that. I didn't even know. So my brother,
Yeah.
I somehow blame my brother. My brother is like, hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends coming over and all of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, my cousin brother, rather. So I pulled through. I went over to his house. Then there's this guy that, I like. From my side, it was genuine like to say, okay, you are my type. Like, you are just what I like in a guy. And then, obviously, he's looking at me the same way. I don't know what he's thinking, but I can see that, he's
There's already a
into me,
vibe, the electric.
So now, okay, we start talking, we hanging out, and then everything is cool. I'm thinking, okay, we exchange numbers. And then after the whole situation, we start talking.
Yeah.
And then obviously when we are talking, I'm thinking, okay, it's leading there. It's leading,
we are
going the
getting
right
Pagati
way.
inside.
But no, the guy was not about that life.
Yeah.
And because after we did our thing,
Yeah.
I can see that he's not even trying anything.
Yeah.
But also now, I am so much in like, I think I liked him too much. So I opted to
Just
stay
stick
for
around.
that,
Yeah.
for that situation, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted more, and he couldn't give it to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like also in a way he knew that I liked him a lot.
Yeah, I think they always know.
So
I think they always know.
He used it
Yeah.
to his advantage, because also at times he would be on some, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship, all those things. But then I figured he wasn't ready for a relationship with me.
you. And
Because during the process, he would date other people and be serious with them. But when it comes to me now, he's on some...
my Illuminati.
So I'm like, oh, I just wasn't the girl.
Yes.
And it took me a long time for me to
Yeah.
get that. It hurts. It did. So, yeah.
You know what I think, ne? I think as women, we miss the whole her or you at the end. I am not ready to be in a relationship with you. So when somebody says, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, we should
You're
always
thinking-
keep you, with me.
True.
At the end. Do you understand? Because I think the men are not like as honest as we would love them to be. There are
Yeah,
those
no,
ones
they're
that are
not,
obviously
yeah.
gonna come and say, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I don't like you and I connect this way, but not this way, right? Because I think it hurts if ever somebody's not able to say, I can't date you. Because you keep hoping that at some point this person's going to come around and say, oh, you've been there for so many years. I actually like you. Can we now date? Do you understand? And it never gets there. Like I'm still yet. If a friend with if a friend with benefits relationship has gotten into relationship, past relationship to marriage, please come on this show. We need to study you. We need to because I think it never like graduates, which is again very painful. But then how long did this kind of relationship last for?
Okay, it was on and off for 3 years. It was on and off for 3 years. Because all this time I was single, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he will, maybe or no. Guy is living his life. And then...
And you got from what I know, you got to meet some of his girlfriends.
Exactly.
And pretend to be a friend and be supportive.
And be a supportive friend. Guys, now that you mention it, I've been a fool. Hey.
Like, it's super insane. Thank God, what my own situation, it has never gotten to a point where I know if he's seeing someone or anything like that.
He was respectful of you.
I think I've seen things out of me being observant. When I go to his place, I will see something. Condom rep under the couch. And sometimes me, I don't know how to hold things. So I will ask. So that situation confused me because it made me feel like as if we are in a relationship because you don't know how to ask even. You know you're not a girlfriend, but you see something like that, and you still feel like, I want to ask about this. But there's that thing of feeling like, I'm not your girlfriend. He owes me no explanation whatsoever. Do you understand?
True.
But not because I think like my schools are not all connected. Me, I will fight like like I'm a girlfriend.
Like you're a girlfriend.
And I think he used to entertain it because he will also just explain like he's a boyfriend. Do you understand? But I think like, babe, like, do you think BF with benefits works though? Do you think it's something like all Bomu girls should be partially into?
Well, I guess it depends with your heart, and it depends what type of a person you are. Because personally, I think I'm very weak. I'm very soft. I fall in love quickly. So no, it's not for me.
It's not for you.
No, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I
What will
wouldn't.
you say was the worst experience during that time of your 3 years?
When I saw him with other people,
That-
I didn't even need to hear from other people. Sometimes maybe when he would treat me like a friend, in a sense that he will have a girl over and then call me to say, hey, do you want to hang out? I get there thinking probably it's just the two of us or it's with other friends.
Did you ever think that
actually-
maybe he wants like a threesome?
Need a photo studio? The Dreamstream Photo Studio includes a 2.7-meter PVC backdrop in black and white and is available for only 115 rands per hour. You can also rent a Canon R6 and lights. All rentals are for studio use only. Terms and conditions apply. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za.
Thank you, Ben, for coming out tonight. My name is Son of Augusta. Let's go.
Like when he will call you over?
No, I never thought that.
Okay. I can't think past things anymore.
Okay.
So you
Well,
and
I've
I
never
already
really had that idea, but
already-
maybe.
already
Yeah.
know each other. So in a way, because I'm a friend, you can just twing me and be like, let's all just have fun.
That's
for
very
his own
interesting. I
benefit.
never thought of it like that. Could have been.
Yeah.
But he never initiated. And I would have said no, obviously, because
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
And has this person, like, you know how boyfriends will be, where they are really there for you emotionally as well. Like when you need them, you can just say, hey, listen, I need you, bruh. I need you to come over. And then, because again, how they treat you, if it's beyond, like, yes, you are my friend, but there's a thin line that it can easily go to. You also like me the way that I like you.
True.
You are just probably afraid to come out and say it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because the thing about guys, especially the ones that are in this friends with benefits thing, which has happened to me before, where somebody will go as far as to tell you that they love you, they want to date you. In that moment of activity,
Yeah. Yes.
in that moment of
They will
activity,
literally whisper.
you don't know if they are speaking to God at that time or they're speaking to you.
I feel you.
You never know. And then you expect, okay, maybe after here we're going to have that conversation. And then the conversation doesn't come up. Have you had instances like that?
I've heard.
And then after it, do you address it?
No.
You just keep quiet?
I think with him, I wasn't as open because he was also a close person. In as much as he was a good friend, like what you were saying, he was a good friend. He was there for me and all of that. But also, I wasn't very open to talk about certain things, So I'll just observe stuff or hear stuff, and then I'll just keep them to myself and try to make conclusions on my own.
Yeah. And do you think that was because you were afraid of rejection? Like if ever you say now, oh, you said this during, and I want us to talk about it. Do you like me like that? And now you're afraid that he can take that back. So it's like you want to live in your own marshmallow house to be like, oh, he said he loves me. I don't want to hear
anything else.
Was that
all right?
possible?
Yeah, it is. Because I think for the longest time it's something that I'm still struggling with, you know,
Yeah.
when you have a low self-esteem and you are trying to come out of a certain shell, and then this is now happening and you're like, no,
Yeah.
I can't deal with this. I personally cannot deal with negative things said to me or about me. So I try to block that all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes I never address stuff, because I'm like, am I ready to hear the truth? I'm not. Because if the truth is not what I like,
Yeah.
it's gonna damage me. So
Yeah.
I rather not.
Yeah.
Let me leave it.
But then now, don't you think that is also damaging to you? Because
It is
then you
very.
stay in
It
that
is very,
relationship
yeah.
because you've not really addressed it, and you stay, and then still at the end of the day, you still get damaged.
It is very
So it's
damaging.
better to just rip the band-aid. Or let me be damaged now. Other
I
than
want
3
to get
years
to that
later.
point where I literally don't care and start addressing issues as they are. But
So what do you think women are doing wrong? Because I have a lot of conversations with guys, and I specifically wanted the show to be for women by a woman, because I felt like as sisters, we need to tell each other the truth. And we need to because I can easily agree with you, yeah, yeah, it's fine. That one is fine like that. But probably deep down, I'm like, me, I will never ever put myself in that situation. But as sisters, are we free to just say it the way that it is, right? So
think
what
it's
do you think
important, yeah.
women are like doing wrong, especially when we are finding ourselves in situationships that never get to a relationship, when we are finding ourselves in one night stands, when we are finding ourselves in friends with benefits that can go over to as long as 3 years?
I think, like I mentioned, excuse me, it could be low self-esteem. You know, you want validation.
Should I
you
open
feel
for you?
like, yes, please, thank you.
Don't be afraid. Here you can open, my friend. Don't be afraid.
you want a validation, or you feel like, oh, this is the only person that probably like, thank you, friend, this is the only person that likes me, I'm not gonna find somebody else. It could be the fact that, well, I don't know other reasons. I don't know other reasons. So, or maybe you just like the person too much, or you're now too attached and you struggle with detaching from people. So I guess when you are in those situations, and obviously I believe people talk to their friends about
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, right? So I think what would help is the friends calling each other out to say, hey, you are messing up.
You are being a fool
You
here.
know the story. I've been telling you. It was your responsibility to
Yes.
tell me that no.
You know, can I just tell you, ne? And maybe that's just me.
Okay.
As friends, we fall in love with your love story. And we fall in love with how happy you are in that circumstance. Because
Okay.
if you've noticed, if you are mad, we are all mad at that person.
Yeah.
If you are happy, we are all happy. There's never a hi Chomia. Even when you are happy, we're like, I still don't like that motherfucker. You know, we should be like that. Do you get what I mean? But it's like now you're like, Chomi, as long as you are happy. And then deep down, probably
But
I'm
no.
just like, hey, I think you should just end this, cry now, and later be happy.
Yeah.
And you know that today, it's like it was a wrong. Hey, things are happening in our chests. But the thing about it is that we have nephews and nieces, right? You have a sister, and we have the community, which is the next generation. And in most cases, you don't know who's looking up to you. It may be from a girl that lives in the same street, or your neighbor, or somebody that only sees you on Facebook, or whatever the case may be. You don't know. So in a way, we are role models without knowing that we are. Because somebody out there is like looking at how we navigate and how we deal with stuff. So in most cases, I feel like as women, we have groomed ourselves to pleasing other people beyond us. So I don't know if it comes from Genesis of how we were created, but somehow it's like we are able to put others first before us. And in this case, with the men side of things, we don't put ourselves first to be like, this is not good for me. Let me not. But you want to be pleasing to the next person, feeling like maybe you can change something in them. Do you understand? And from what I've seen, men can change us
They do.
more than, like, I know that women think we can change men, but I think a man changes for the women that they want to change for.
true.
But a man
Solid.
can change a woman. You may find that you are born a party person, and then you meet somebody, and next thing you are not going out anymore.
True,
And
true.
because you are pleasing to what he likes,
He likes,
more than
true.
what you like. Do you get? So it's very tricky. It's
It
very
is.
tricky at how to navigate this. And I always say that men should be great leaders so that they are able to lead us well more than anything else. So now, vele ke batla ho tseba hee, I'm not, we are not here, both of us, to speak ill only about friends with benefits. I think there are pros for those that are
it,
able
yeah.
to handle it. But in your own opinion, what do you think the pros are? If you were to think, detach yourself now and just think it generally.
I think the pros will be. I don't know if this is even a correct thing to say. You are free to see other people, right? You can explore. You can eventually meet the person that's for you, and it works for you.
So that's
And you
dating.
that's dating. Like, yes. So you can date other people and eventually meet the one that you want to be with, without the. You see.
Yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
You can also, you have a friend.
Yeah.
Because I believe you can call them anytime. With my situation, I could call him anytime. Even at 2 a.m. and be like, hey, I just want to cry. I don't have to go over. We can just speak on the phone. And to me, that's enough.
Yeah.
We can do video calls. We can. He was there for me. He was a friend.
Yeah.
So I think those are the pros of it.
Okay, so now I'm glad that you mentioned it. Let's come energetically and spiritually. And it's not with all the girls that you find that, okay, cool. I'm dating. I have a friend with benefits, but I'm going on dates. And I'm dating people and I'm getting to know people. And others, they're getting to know people is also physical. So now it's like you have more than one sexual partner. So in that, does that pro not turn into a con? Because it's like you're sharing your body with two people.
No, okay. But I think that's where people mistake the whole dating thing.
Yeah.
Dating other people doesn't necessarily mean sleeping with them. You can just be going out. You can just be getting to know them, going for doing adventurous thing or going out to eat, depending on what you both like doing, So it's not necessarily sleeping together. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Okay. So people must know, the young girls must know that
They must
dating
know.
does
Yeah,
not
yeah.
entail
It doesn't
sleeping
mean-
with the
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
person
Yeah.
or 15 other people that you are dating at
you
that
don't
point
have
in
to.
time.
You really don't have to.
I always
You really
make
don't have
this,
to.
and this is, I don't mean for it to come as a racial thing.
Okay.
But the understanding of it. When I watch American TV, I always think that Americans, or let me just put it as any other person that is not black, understands what dating is. As black people, we don't understand what dating is.
True.
We think
right.
dating is
Yeah.
being in a relationship. We think
Yeah,
I'm dating
that's
you,
the
I'm
problem.
in a relationship with
yeah.
you. We don't think dating is actually that phase of saying,
I'm liking you, or I'm looking at
yes,
you. I want
but
to
we've
pursue
not
you.
we've not asked each other, hey, can you be my girlfriend, my exclusive girlfriend? Do you understand? So we, as black
And
people,
now it's
we
very
don't get there.
important for people to really be open and say exclusive. It's important
Yes.
to say.
Very much so.
In this generation,
much
you
so.
have to be very specific.
Yeah, so we know what that exclusive. In fact, a contract must be made to say exclusive, meaning, you know how contracts are. They will drop down what the terms mean.
I mean, yeah.
Or exclusive means you and I only. We do 1, 2, 3,
Nobody else.
only. Nobody else. Because men are very clever. Like, exclusive, no. Exclusive shops have branches also. Do you understand? And they are all just exclusive. Somebody can come and say that. But I think you've touched it well to say we need to understand what the dating term
Yeah,
means, and it
yeah,
doesn't
true.
necessarily mean sleep with people.
yeah.
It just means get to know what you
someone.
like, get to know what you're looking for, get to know, okay, is this for you or is this not for you, right? So now, Jesus, what do you think the men are doing that's wrong in this kind of thing, in this kind of situationships?
Okay. I feel in my situation,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the way that I observed it, I felt like he really did like me.
Mm-hmm.
But to a certain extent, I think actually, okay, he was actually scared of the facts. There was a time at Massive where I was supposed to invite him for one of the shows that we were producing and stuff. And then something happened and I had a fallout with his friend. And he worshipped his friend more.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I think it was more of he cannot bring me around that guy. And that guy had I don't know how to had power over him, sort of.
Yeah.
He was the moneyed one.
Yeah.
Right, in the whole
Friendship,
situation.
yeah.
And he sort of worked for him.
Yeah.
So whatever he said
Went.
went.
So you think
So
that guy
that's
would
why,
have
yeah.
also probably said a few things
Yeah.
that he would feel like, I can't date this person because if I date this person, then they will have to be in the same space.
True.
And that can be
we
a
would
bit-
only hang out when it's just the two of us or when he's not there.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for him to go maybe to that guy's house and whatsoever, he would invite other people.
Yeah.
That's he never said that, but I could
That-
observe.
that's
Because
what-
even when he would just call him and I was there, he would move away. So I used to wonder, why do you have to do that? Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's another guy. It's not like you are talking to another girl. I would understand if he was on a phone call with another girl and then now you are thinking, oh, I don't want her to hear. That's fine, but it's another guy. So, and you are straight,
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So why?
And this is part of why, if ever these conversations were had, I think most of the questions in your head would have been answered.
True.
That's why in most cases, because we are responsible for other people now, we need to face our most fears in understanding that we need to tackle things differently so that if your sister comes with the same dilemma, you are able to advise differently than how you handled it.
Very true.
Another question. Let me shift. Because this thing,
Okay.
ne, I always hear it. I hear it a lot from guys.
All right.
Especially guys that are not from South Africa. Okay. So apparently South African girls are not like
Are you a musician? The Dream Stream Music Studio is now available on Sundays for only 295 rands per hour. It includes a 12-channel desk, a variety of mics and cables, electronic drum kit, and a laptop for recording. Terms and conditions apply and booking is essential. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za for a site visit.
the other African girls out there. Obviously, we've been told that South African women drink a lot more than the other ones from the continent. Some say we are loose because you can live with a guy who just bought you savannah at the club and go over to his place and do things. Others say we are like gold diggers. Like even in South Africa, they will tell you tribal side. It's like, cost us like money. Hey, what does what? Don't hire a maid from Lesotho. They will steal your husband. All of these things. Ne? So you being from Zim, yes, half of your life you were this side. But you being from Zim and now going back to Zim and looking at the century that we are in now. Because obviously things have changed.
Yeah.
The Zim that you left back in 2008 is not the
not
Zim
the
that you
same,
went
true.
back to now. Would you say that there's a specific difference in it. I've heard that Nigerian women, as we are not even demanding than Nigerian women. They will say that a Nigerian woman will not even greet you if you are not moneyed. But as we still give everybody, every Tom and Jerry we give, we give a chance, and then they mess you up, and then. But Zim wise, I'm not. Other than you, I don't think I'm familiar with
The culture and
Zim
everything.
women
Okay.
and how they sort of behave and how they are in relationships and in general as women. Would you think there's a big difference?
Okay, I had this conversation with my other friend the other day. I was like, with South African girls, they don't settle. They don't settle at all.
Okay.
I feel like if a guy is giving them shit, they move. Well, from all the South
From what
African
you've
hands
seen.
I've seen, right? You included. You don't stay for. Like,
Hi.
you don't.
Hi.
Like,
Let
I've
me-
seen.
I think I've stayed here.
But you call out situations, right?
Yes,
But
definitely.
then with Zim hands, they're always understanding. You're always ready to give him a chance, even before he apologizes, even before he takes accountability of what he's doing wrong to you. You already have an excuse for him.
Is it how you guys were brought up?
Yeah,
By
I
your
believe
mother,
so, because
yeah.
a lot of Zim girls are taught to be wives, are taught to
Mm.
ukubegezela emshadweni or in a relationship, are taught ukuthi indoda vele is like that.
Yeah.
So I guess, it's only a few individuals here and there that
Yeah,
are now
obviously
coming
they
out
won't
of
be
that
the same. Yeah.
system, but a lot of girls, a lot of people, they still get pregnant early to prove that I'm a woman. Well,
Oh,
to
so-
keep a
so that is
relationship,
still-
rather.
yeah,
It's still
that
a
is still-
thing. I've seen a lot of people
It's still
that
a
put
stigma. Get married, have kids.
have kids. If you come out and say, I don't want to get married, I don't want kids now.
It's like, hey,
It's like
bagloile,
bagloile, yeah, it's
like,
like, come on,
hey, it's one
So-
neighbor.
So it's I think with Zim girls, they're always understanding and they're always ready to give their men a chance over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. And I think
How's the
it's
dating
fair.
scene in Zim? For those that want to go to Zim to date.
I personally think Zim men are controlling. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
I've experienced that as well. Zim men, I believe Zim men are controlling.
I know.
believe Zim men
I
are
didn't
controlling.
think. I had hoped that not all are like that, but I know with my own experience. Yeah. Even today, I sit and I'm like, what?
That's why you never want a Zim guy ever
No,
again.
like, please, apologies. I'm not xenophobic, ne? I'm not xenophobic. I love. If you know me, you will know that I
I
eat
know the
food
story,
from
so I
everywhere.
understand.
Do you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
But I am super, super anti Zim. Like, it's like if you come to me and you are from Zim, it's
I
like,
understand.
you are my paddy for life. I can't look at you like that because, like, I think probably it's PTSD. Or I think it's trauma from just being in, and I think I was young. I was very young. I was in varsity, and he was older. And no. The controlling, I felt it. Hey,
Yeah, no, they are very
I felt
controlling.
it.
They are controlling. They'll take good care of you, whatever you need. If they have to provide, they will. If they have to be that guy, they will, but they will control you.
Do you think?
In terms of dressing, they'll
Yeah.
complain, that's too short, that's too tight.
Seeing that now, you're saying Zim, like it's still a bit. Not too Western, like the way that we are here. Do you think friends with benefits relationships are a lot also?
Oh, they are a lot now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different generation altogether now. They
Yeah.
are a lot.
Yeah, the
it's really
situationships.
changing. Oh, they are a lot.
Yeah,
It's
but
going
where
down.
where are we
Hey,
gonna run
it's
to?
going down.
Where are we gonna
it goes
run to?
down.
Yeah.
It's going down. So, yeah.
Yeah.
They still do that.
Yeah.
They are out there. They're living their lives.
So if you were to tell yourself an advice of back then, what would you have advised yourself before you got into the friends with benefits or during the friends with benefits relationship? What advice would you have given a young Flo?
He doesn't like you enough to date you, so why are you sleeping with him?
Jono, I know it's
Yeah, he doesn't like you enough to date you, so why are you giving him the cake?
yeah.
I mean, why?
That's painful.
Like,
That's
flow, come
like,
on,
that's
girl.
painful.
Like, you know.
That's like legit painful. Like it's painful because I'm just like looking at it like that. Yeah, no.
I mean, he could date other people.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he?
He give
say-
you a chance.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Also, like I know we're about to wrap up, but I want to touch on to this because I feel like I want to get to a point of having a panel, right, of women that grew up with their fathers and women that grew up without fathers, because I feel like I want to like literally get to the bottom of it to see the different behaviors, right?
So where do I fit in? Because I'm a bit of both. I grew up with my dad to a certain extent, and then the other parts. So
I think because of the age
okay.
that you were at when the other part of your father not being there happened, it was crucial.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand?
it was
If you are young, you don't know what dating is, you don't know men, you don't know whatever. Do you understand? So an impact of a father at that age, it's yes crucial, but it's not impactful. Like if you are now at an understanding age where now you are understanding the man of the house, what a man
Well,
is
yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah.
do and
True,
whatnot
true,
and what
true,
and what, you know, then I think that part, because he was no longer there physically
Yeah.
to show you what a man is and what a man should do, I think that also broke certain things or certain
True,
parts in you,
true.
you know, that you are now trying to put together. Why am I saying this? I feel like a lot of times we who did not grow up with fathers, we really do not understand this kind of things. Like we put us,
crave for a man's
yes,
love, yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
will hold on,
Yeah. You are
and
right.
maybe you're holding on because of your dad, but you're holding on to this man to be like, can you just love me? Like love me, don't go, just stick with me. So
Yeah, you actually it's you become two things. It's either or. Either you become the person that can't let go and become so attached and all of that, or you de-attach. You don't want commitment at all.
do you understand? There's that balance, man, that needs
So
an
it's
expert,
either you're here or
a
there's no in
therapist
between. Yeah.
to come and tell us how to do you understand? Because it's very crucial. I think for me, a lot of right now, babe, I've been single for you know what, ne? Some parts of my bodies are like, this one is probably dead. Like only my arms and legs know that I'm still functioning at this
Other
point.
things
But
they don't.
the thing about it is that I know that in my own past relationships, it has always been like to hold on or
Yeah.
to not know how to let go.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I can
But
relate
now
to
I
that,
think
yeah.
I'm at that point where I don't want anyone because I feel like I don't know how to not be attached. So I'd rather not get attached to begin with. Do you understand? So I run away from love now than me go straight towards it, you know. But I think all this making excuses for people, accepting them, doing all of these things also comes from that abandonment issues maybe that we may have, you know. But as we come to the end, I wish we had more time because there's a lot of mutoko.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the girls that are in situationships, not only girls, by girls I mean like anyone with a vagina
Yeah.
at this point in time, ne? Because people will be like, I'm not a girl, I'm a woman. Women, females that
Yeah.
are in situationships, females that are in friends with benefits relationships, what would you want them to learn from your own experience?
I think if that's what you want, deep down, you know that, okay, you are okay. You are not making excuses. This is just you having a conversation with yourself with nobody knowing or whatsoever. And deep down, you are like, this is what I want. Then it's okay, you know, if that's what you want. But if you're doing it so that you can be accepted, sort of, or be in a circle, or have someone to just lean on, but that person is there casually, you'd rather be alone. I don't think, yeah. So I think my advice will be just know what you want.
Yeah.
Figure out what you really want. If a situationship is really what you want, then that's okay. But if you are just doing it to fit in or because you feel like you are settling and you rather have this than not
Have
the
anything.
person at all, then I think you need to sit down with yourself and
Yeah.
value yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and
And think about it.
And think about it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think you said enough. Like, honestly, I think you said enough. And I can't take or fault you in anything that you said. I agree with it very much so. Because the thing about it is that sometimes the half is not enough. And
It's
it can
never
never be
enough.
enough.
It's
You know,
never
so
enough, yeah.
it's better you get the full package or you don't get the package at all.
all, yeah,
Because the
yeah,
thing about it is that you can't park a car. Like, a quick story. And I'm just gonna like pinpoint it. Steve Harvey has said that the time his car broke down, he started working towards getting a new car. And every time he'll get home and tell his mom, "Oh, I've saved up until this much," the mom will always ask, "Where are you gonna park that car?" Do you understand? And she later meant that where your current broken car is supposed to be a new car. So if you still have this car parked here, you're not gonna have space for the new car that you want to buy. So it's the same in reality. If ever you want a healthy relationship, but you still have this situationships langing, a healthy relationship you're not going to attract. Because the thing about friends with benefits is that, do you cut that benefit when you start being in a relationship? Or you guys are going to fall on top of each other's private parts at some point.
I think you would. I think you actually would, because how are you gonna cut it off? Because at first of all, you see, you are not exclusive. You are just snaking each other, right?
Yeah.
So and then now you come at a point where you are now in a relationship, and then he's still there in your life.
Because it's not like,
There's
we
gonna
are not
be a
friends
day.
anymore.
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
gonna be a day your partner is gonna make you mad, and you are thinking,
And
you know what?
You're going to fall on top
Then-
of
and then
something.
what-
No, I get you, baby. I get
Yeah.
you. But thank you so much for coming in to share a part of you. I know that people, you know what, people look at us and they don't know what we've been through in a way. You know, some people
a
are
lot.
going to find out that you were in the Friends with Benefits now, like when this episode airs.
They're gonna
Yeah,
be
for
shocked.
3 years. Which 3 years was
Which
this?
3
Let me count back.
Because obviously we don't openly talk about it. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But thank you so much for putting that on this platform and trusting me with it, obviously, and for sharing it with the young girls that are still coming up. The others that are already in those kind of circumstances. I swear to God, from hearing you, they'll probably make different decisions. Either they will walk away or they will start having those uncomfortable conversations
yeah.
to just make a decision at the end. So thank you so much. What I wish for you is to just work on that openness, because as you said that you still struggle to work on it, because like as we grow older, we can't bottle things. That's how like now illnesses, depression, all of those things are happening because we feel like we can't. So yes, people, let's just go. Now I need to go to therapy. Let's just go to therapy. Like, let's just be. Let's just be. And which I would hope that this podcast leads to that. I'm not an expert. I don't have expertise in how to heal people. But I think talking about certain things really opens up your chest a bit to be open enough to say, okay, actually today I want to speak about this. And tomorrow you will then take another step. Right? So, Bonanghe, you know what, ne? As you've come, you've seen. I hope that you subscribe. I've never said this, by the way. This is my first time saying subscribe, share, and click on the notification so that you can know when next episode 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10 is. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Bye.